Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. Today we've come along to a tiny wee cove around the area of Burnt Island and we're going to be looking for mermaid tears.
I'll also be saying a little bit about the Oil of Vitriol works that used to be here back in the day. Nicole's going to be making some jewellery with these mermaids' tears. We have an update on the competition that we're going to have running. And we're going to be introducing a new section that you can be involved in.
Really nicely frosted clear pieces of glass here. Lovely.
Don't know if you heard that, Nicole just said she found some blue. Well, I've been finding a lot of clear pieces. Yeah. How have you been doing there?
Oh, I've actually done quite well. I found a couple of pieces of blue and sea foam, and the sea glass is really nice and frosted.
It is, isn't it? It's very soft.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll take a wee look at that.
So many really tiny pieces here. Quite windy though. Gonna take these, they're lovely. Just perfect for earrings. Nice wee bit there. I think we'll leave that wee green bit, it's just very sharp.
Well, the tide's on the way out today, so the water's very still. A little windy today, sun's out, but it's freezing cold. Well, let's hope we get lucky and make lots of nice finds. Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
There's lots of really nice, very well frosted, not very colourful, well lots of greens and browns I'm finding.
Oh, right,
But
yeah.
other than that, really nicely frosted clear glass.
Yeah, I'm finding sea foam and white and a couple of pieces of blue, so I think we're going to make some earrings later.
Yeah, they're definitely they're the right size for that kind of thing, aren't they?
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a wee handful of stuff here.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you found some coloured pieces there. The only coloured piece I've found so far is this brown piece in amongst these. Otherwise, just quite plain pieces.
Okay, well, you know, it's a heart shape though.
It is, yeah.
So there we go, we found a couple of hearts and some lovely sea glass.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking.
Oh wow, that's an interesting colour. That's a very interesting colour, it's really nice.
Keep hearing interesting colours.
Yeah. Well, I've just put all these wee whites around it.
Oh, it's like teal.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, that's lovely.
I don't think I've seen a piece quite that colour before.
No,
But
that's
there's
very rare.
really beautifully sort of frosted pieces of glass here. Lots of it really small. Perfect for earrings, as we say.
That's very good.
Yeah. That's a really nice wee selection of colours there.
Yeah, yeah. And that teal that you found, that's a really nice colour.
Yeah, it's quite unusual, that one.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Just like the ocean.
Yeah. Now I was wondering, there's Nicole, we're having a wee wave. I'm sort of getting myself across some slippy rocks, and you know, it occurred to me, I saw these, well, these little structures on the back of these larger houses, and I wondered what they were. I think I know what they are. I think these, although this one looks as if it's been repaired, I can't imagine why it would be. But I think that's an old outdoor toilet.
Oh,
What's your thoughts?
I thought it was maybe a pool shuttle.
Well, yeah, that would be a nicer idea. Yeah, so that little structure coming out from the wall there, there's no roof on it just now, but I'm sure there was a roof on it back in the day. But the telltale sign is, I'll try and get around the other side so you can see it, there's an opening in the bottom of the wall. And my guess is that there was either for dumping waste, or maybe it was an outdoor convenience back in the day. But it would have been really nice to have one of these wee doors leading down onto the beach here. Around the middle of the 1700s there was a booming trade in oil of vitriol, and we're going to be talking about the old vitriol works that used to be here just underneath the cliffs.
In 1843, the chemist Eustace Liebig claimed that a country's prosperity could be measured by the amount of vitriol that it produced. If one chemical pushed the Industrial Revolution forwards, it was oil of vitriol. And here in Burnt Island, vitriol manufacturing was one of the earliest industrial activities that took place. Although the earliest mention of vitriol occurs in ancient Sumerian texts, it was not manufactured until 1736, when it was produced in Twickenham in England. Shortly afterwards, in 1746, a vitriol works was established in Preston Pans, just outside Edinburgh and across the river from where we are today. Not long after that, the Lammerlaws vitriol works here in Burnt Island was established. We know that it existed prior to the 1790s, that it was active in 1813, and that it faltered at some point between then and 1836, when the New Statistical Account of Scotland reported that it had long been suspended. While in operation, the vitriol works provided an important source of employment and industry in this small village. By at least 1797, the works was producing its own money in the form of company tokens. These tokens were paid to workers in lieu of money, though they had the same exchange value and they could be used in the stores in the town. Some say that tokens like these, which were very common in the 18th century, were created because there was a shortage of minted coins. Whether or not that was the case, it is true to say that tokens like these could only be spent in a limited number of stores, and that these stores were most often owned by the company that issued the tokens. If you recall our bin end video, We spoke about how the shale miners pooled their earnings to establish a cooperative store in Burnt Island. Cooperative stores like that challenged monopolies that the big companies benefited from, and they gave employees an alternative to handing their wages back to their employers in exchange for food and shelter. Very little has been written about the vitriol works that once stood here in Burnt Island, though the conditions and the use to which vitriol was used were common enough. In the early days of the chemical industry, oil of vitriol, or sulfuric acid, was extremely important. Back in the mid-1700s, oil of vitriol was revolutionary in the fabric industry. Prior to its manufacture, acids produced by sour milk, simply known as sours, had been the mainstay product for bleaching linen, cotton, and other textiles. While it would take 5 days for milk sours to bleach fabric, a dilute of oil of vitriol could achieve the same results in minutes. This use alone was extremely important in Scotland because in this period, cotton and linen manufacturing were the largest industries in the country. Thus, oil of vitriol played a crucial role in Scotland's economy and in the rise of the British fabric industry as a whole. Sadly, this innovation also had dire consequences for Indian textiles in the 18th century and far beyond. Oil of vitriol also played a significant role in agricultural fertilisers, chemical detergents, industrial cleaning, dyes, water treatment, paint manufacture, explosives, batteries, plastics, and a whole host of other industries. These days, oil of vitriol continues to play a huge role in industry, and Eustace Liebig's claim that a nation's prosperity can be measured by the amount of sulfuric acid that it produces still makes a fair point.
Lots of these little pieces of sea glass are really pretty, very nicely smoothed off in the sea. It's the first piece of pottery I've seen here today. I'm not even convinced it's a piece of pottery. Some are clear. A few brown pieces just off to the side here as well. Yeah, some really lovely shapes here. Really nice for wee earrings or so. And just so nice and smoothed in the sea. Yeah, so there's some of the pieces that I've been finding then.
Alright.
And that's the first piece of ceramic I think I've found. I found wee bits of ginger beer bottles, but none of them are marked. I've just left them where they are.
Yeah, I found a couple of pieces of tiny plain pieces, and I think they'll also make really nice pendants. But these are really nice. Nice array of colours. Bright green, seafoam, brown, and that corky piece.
Yeah. There's the tiniest wee bit of blue. See, just in there between these stones. And just as I looked at that, I saw another piece. It's even smaller, but I don't know if that's maybe that same kind of teal colour.
that we found before. Well, we'll take these, and we'll take these for that little gift pile that Nicole's going to make.
Last week we left all these gift piles, and I think today I've got a shell and I'm going to leave a little pile just over there. Oh, I've got too many.
See, that little gift cup's going to be overflowing.
The little mermaid's tears. There we are. Still more to come. There we are. The gift pile.
That's very cute.
Some really large chunks of metal here. It's all piping of that sort. Not quite sure what that would have been for. Possibly drainage from some of the houses just up above us here. We'll leave that for a braver collector than us. Such a gorgeous, peaceful day today. There's hardly any movement on the sea. Tide's on the way out. Just really nice and quiet. Gorgeous day.
Getting a bit chilly just now. Still finding plenty of glass, and see, I've got my glovies on now. See, there's some green glass here, a couple of bits of that. There's a really nice shaded piece up here. Is that sea foam, do you think?
Yeah, perfect mermaid.
Yeah, it's very nice. Another wee bit of green off to the side there as well, and this tiny wee nugget of blue.
So next week we have a competition for you, and all you have to do to enter is to guess the number of pieces of sea glass in a jar that we'll show you. The 5 closest guesses will win a ticket each to a Zoom chat with us after the premiere on the 30th of April. Please make sure, if you want to enter the competition, that you are going to be available between 7:30 and 8:30 UK time. We found some really lovely small pieces of sea glass in Burnt Island, and they're just perfect for making earrings. And I'm going to take a few of the seafoam pieces now and the white and make some earrings. So this is our seafoam sea glass that we found, and I'm going to see if I can find 2 matching pieces for a pair of earrings now. I've now sorted our sea glass into earrings and necklaces, and I'm going to choose fittings, and I'm also going to drill all these pieces, and then I'll see you at jewellery making.
Last week we showed you a photograph that Zoe and Steve had sent in from Australia and what they'd been doing with the plastic that they found on the beaches there. We also showed you the rainbow of colours that we've collected of plastics over the last few months. And this week we're going to kick off with a little project that we've decided to do. It's a nice easy one to get us started, using some of the plastics that we found. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Smarties lids that you saw us find last week and the other ones that we've collected over the weeks, and we're going to create a shadow frame with a very colourful alphabet using the Smarties lids. We've received a few other images and short video clips from a few people as well. So Dina, thank you so much for sending us those beautiful clips of the black cockatoos from Australia. Raywin, the pirate sea glass that you sent us, it's fantastic, it's really lovely, and thank you for the photographs you sent of those as well. And Karen, thank you also for the photographs that you sent of the poison bottle collection that you have. It's a really cool collection. Each week, what we'd like to do, if you have any images of that kind, so either collecting things, maybe the things that you've collected, a short art project if you have that kind of thing in mind, or of the wildlife or the coastal areas and environment around you, if you want to send us a photograph or just a short video of less than a minute, what we'll do is we'll devote a little section in our videos each week to try and show and share things with the channel that you sent to us. So if you want to send us anything, the email address will just be typed out below me as I speak just now. So just send it to that email address. That's scottishmudlarking@gmail.com. Thank you.
So a huge thanks to everybody for watching, liking and commenting on the videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe. A big special thanks to everyone who's helped us out by visiting our Etsy shop or supporting us through Ko-fi. That really helps us keep going. Thanks so much for that.